Hello, everybody! It is me, Tokkuri Yashi! How is everybody doing? Hope you are well! Hello! That's my... How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? As always, as you can see here, my internet, as soon as I start streaming, likes to go really slow, but we will do our best. We will do our best. So, as you can see here, we're still waiting for the game to update. Maybe we should have started a little bit sooner, but yeah, I don't think it would take this long. It shouldn't be taking this long. I don't know what is wrong with my internet. Anyway, how is everybody doing? We are here today primarily to summon for the Summer Anemone, and then once we have got Summer Anemone, hopefully it doesn't cost too many jewels. As we know, there is a lot coming up. We'll then build it, and then I guess what I'm going to then do is we're going to record. I'm going to record my video for this month's Abyss Battle. So maybe you can see a little bit of behind the scenes. Anyway, we will try and record some of that. So that'll be the first look at the Abyss Battle teams that we have got for this month, and the reason that we are doing Anemone Summer Space is because Anemone here, this Summer Anemone is, well, quite crucial to some of the team. Maybe I could have got away with borrowing her with one or two of one of the bosses, but it would probably be best if I have her myself, because there are other characters that I can borrow, maybe from some of the other teams. Initially I was going to plan on doing this Abyss Battle video first, and then we're going to summon for Anemone later this evening, like I maybe normally would have done, but it's a Sunday, and well, most people should be around, unless you've got something else on them, it's less likely to be at work. So why not? Let's do the summons when when the game has finally updated. I don't know why it's taking so long to do this. It's a puzzling one. My internet, I don't know what I said, my internet is just all over the place. It did connect to 5G briefly for the last couple of days, but it's gone again. We're back down to 4G. So, yes. So, how has everyone doing that? Have you summoned for this Summer Anemone? How have your summons gone? Are you going to be skipping her? Perhaps. I mean, she does look like she is one of the better characters we have got this year. So all characters seem to be pretty required, high priorities, but then some are a little higher priority than others. And now this maybe is what we are seeing here with this Summer Anemone. Once we get it tomorrow, then I guess we will go over with the with her kits and do a video on her. And then, well, I suppose we could also then you'll have to have a look at the unique equipments for Summer Ameth and Homare as well. Nearly there with the game updating. Maybe when it's done that, I'll get a little bit more bandwidth for streaming. Well, that's upload speed, I suppose, but more than the download speed. Ta-da! Here we go, and here it is, the Summer Anemone. Good luck to everybody who is summoning for her. Let's hope that these summons go pretty well. Ooh. And the end, as you can see here, this is the banner with the returning characters. We'll go over this when we get to have a look at the unique equipments for Marin and Ameth here. Another banner. We have got the gotcha schedule for, well, practically to the end of September. We should really know what is going on. Hello, Aspect. How are you doing? Got here on your first multi. When the update came, woke up to pull hair. Straight away, could not wait. Well, I think a lot of people are jumping in pretty quickly with this one as well. Nice to get it on the first month. I mean, if you really wanted to, I suppose you could wait until the last day and do one free pull, but then that would be one less free pull on the Summer Neon banner. And that's only going to be here for 5 days as well, by the looks of it. So I think it will be wise if you want Summer Anemone to save all the free pulls for hair, and if you want Anemone, well then just use jewels. You should be getting a few more jewels than usual over the next month or so, but still not a massive amount, is it? I don't think they're going to give us away 30k worth of jewels, I would not think. So it's a bit strange what they're doing here with these banners. Again, we'll go over it on an Anemone's video, but only a 5-day banner, and then another 5-day banner, then just lots of returns by the looks of it. We didn't see anything about the alpha characters returning. Perhaps they're going to be in the select gotchas after Neon goes away, if you wanted to try to get them as well. Otherwise, we're looking at the 2 pre-fests for next month. 2 pre-fests next month. Hello, Chuggy, how are you doing? Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you as well. We've nearly done the obligatory 10 minutes. Most of it was waiting for the game to update. Yes, I'm intrigued on these missions we're getting with tickets, and one in particular, which was one of the older pre-fest characters. I'm going to assume, because I haven't checked to clarify, that there's going to be there's not going to be an end date for that ticket. It's not going to expire, which means it will probably be wise to save it until you've summoned for Shinatsu. So you've done Eira and Shinatsu, and then use it, because you don't want to buy or purchase a pre-fest character with that ticket and then pull them when you're summoning for either of those two. I think that'll be what I'll be doing. Just check that there is no expiry date. I don't think there should be, seeing as these missions are here permanently. But that would be unfortunate to do so. Right, I guess, seeing as we are here, we might as well jump in then and start summoning for our Summer Anemone here, who is looking pretty good. Who is light magic, kind of locked to light, sort of. Not locked to magic, sort of, but then maybe not. I mean, I have seen it when we get to doing this part later. We'll see she does actually run pretty well on the physical light team too. Maybe Laborist is also going to have less time in the sun. Now we have got this Anemone here because she's, well, pretty good it seems. So hopefully Karen here can give us a bit of luck, seeing as there is a lot coming up. Potentially 4 banners to be summoning on over the next, well, month, I guess, from the beginning, the middle of August to the middle of September. And then Sarasria Yori 2, if we wanted that. Thank you for the good look at the polls aspect. So yes, with that, we shall begin. Can we do it in one, just like Aspect did? He was up straight in the morning. Could not wait. Thank you for the wishes. Well, there we go. We have a 3-star best multi. Here we go. Summer Anemone incoming. We can feel it. We can feel it. They're being pretty generous. Can Karen be generous too? Well, no. It is Ruka. Is Ruka one of the characters that's going to be removed from this banner? In a few days, on the 15th. What is she one of the originals? I looked at them. Kaya? I would like some more Kaya shards. She's not one of them either that we're getting shards for either. So it is only the first few. Oh, a bit of a jump scare there on our first multi-summon. Can we do it in 2 then? No sparkly papers here. Oh, there is sparklies in here. It has been a while since we summoned again, I should say. Because it's been a while, I've forgotten that the download bar is turned off. So if there is somebody new, they will not show until we click on them. Sheffy! Yes, that's how we summoned with Summer Aries, which was quite a while ago. You don't have the loading bar when is a new character. No, we don't. We have turned loading bar off. I think it makes it a little bit more exciting perhaps when we don't have that Because if you get the loading bar, you know you've got somebody new, and it's like, ah, well, there we go. A bit like some animations in other gotcha games, you know, guaranteed featured or new character. But, well, I mean, our 3-star block is probably being worn out here on 3 stars that we have already got. There we go, first one without a 3-star. Of course, there are several permanent characters that we would still like to get from here as well. So the ceremonial Chica would be nice. We don't have Winter Chloe, although she has not been used a huge amount. She was used a little bit. You know, let's say Ruka. We don't have. Who else might we like that we can't think of? There are a few others in there. Summer Anemone might be nice to pick up as well if we could get her. But we've had our 2 multis with 3 stars in, and now we're gonna have a few without. So there we go. Number 5. If we're still getting 5, that would still be a W. Still no rainbow papers that Carrie's carrying in. They're gonna make me work. They're gonna make this hard. Hello, Massimo. How are you doing? Hello, everybody. we need a little bit more luck going this way. Well, we're about due another 3-star, Karen. So come on. We're about due another 3-star. We need to save some of these jewels, please. No sparkly papers again. No one made it Tokkuri either. Anemone is making me work here. Which permanent characters is still missing? You're fine. Good, nice to see that, Massimo. Well, like we said, maybe Summer Anemone, Ceremonial Chica are the 2 that, off the top of my head, that would be the best to get. That we don't currently have. If Karen would like to, please give us a 3-star. Of course, it is late night in Japan. Perhaps she's a little bit tired. Maybe she needs a coffee or something to wake her up and help her find these rainbow. Help her find these rainbow papers, please. Well, there we go. What is she? What is this? No! How are we gonna ever see another rainbow paper? Are you starting to feel like that? We need to reset the seed or something. I don't know. Come on, Karen. Stop being silly. Stop being silly. Already down to 61. Well, come on now. If we can get it out, we'll still be about on 2 pities left. So even with 70-odd K jewels, we are not safe. When this kind of thing is happening. Okay, how much more is it going to cost? Aye, aye, aye. 10th multi-summon, so halfway to pity. And we still not had everyone in with a rainbow paper at all. What are these rates? What are these rates? Waiting for daily deals. I think we got 1 free pull on hair banner. We probably do have, I think we do have 1 free pull on hair banner. But I want to use all of them for Neon. Give me a best chance of getting some Neon without having to use any jewels on them. We were going to be using jewels on here anyway, so we could have had a better look than this. Sparkly papers, here we go, finally. This, Omedetou gozaimasu. She's congratulating me. One of the 2 has got to be an Anemone here, please. Well, no, the first one is not. It is our Pirate Shinobu. This is going to be Summer Anemone. No, it's not. It's Cheru. With her ice cream sundae. It may be Sunday, but that's not what we wanted to see, Cheru. Omedetou. Blah, blah. Okay. Oh, I guess we will continue. I guess we will continue. Hi. Right, 120. This is starting to become a little bit painful. Just a little bit painful. Although look can change at any moment. You sense a spark incoming. That's not what we want. That's not what we want to see. Although it is looking like Anemone does not want to show up, does she? Well, that's fine because we'll get all the other characters within 1 or 2 multis, and we'll be fine. We're gonna get Nino on 3 pulls. We're gonna get Eira and Sinatsu within a couple of multis as well. 140! Yes, we are getting into pain territory now. Definitely getting into pain territory now. Rainbow papers though! Should we get our hopes up? 1 rainbow paper? Do we really want to get our hopes up here? Come on, Ayami. Let's see. We have an Anemone coming in. It's Summer. Anemone coming in. Any jewels we can save now will be a bonus. Anne. It is Anne. Not Anemone. You see that? It's Anne. Not Anemone. Sparkling again. Do we dare get our hopes up now? Sparkling again will last. 1 on the summon. Making us wait here. They are making us wait. This one, Anemone. This one, Anemone. It's new. Is that Anemone? It's not Anemone. It's a magical girl, Tomo. See, if we'd had the download bar on, it would have downloaded, and we would have thought we got Anemone, and we didn't. We got magical girl Tomo instead. Well, I could build her with shards. Now we can use the shards to put a unique equipment on and everything. New character, one that's never really used, but it's a new character at least. Oh no, the worst unit in the game. Where is my case? I'm completely lost here. Right, there we go. New character, but 160. I'm sensing no more 3 stars are coming in. Come on. Nothing here. Damn indeed. Well, why don't we see how many jewels we've got at the end of this? It's not going to be happy, is it? It's like 45,000 or something. Come on, Caravan. Why? Yep, Anemone is drinking a sangria somewhere and does not want to bother showing up for a meeting. Right, so let's just get this done. 2 more, is it? 180, oh, what's it? 3 more? I always get confused. And then we'll get it on Pitsy, I guess. Come on, Karen, let's just get this over with. Unless... right at the very end... what is your feeling? Right at the very end? Makoto, now she definitely is being removed from the pool in a few days' time. And yet, we play here for the very last time. Is that Makoto? Is that the Cinderella Makoto? Or is that Makoto? Is that Cinderella? Cinderella Makoto, who isn't being removed. Anyway, it's not Anemone! It's not Anemone. So we need to continue. 2 more then, I guess. And then we get to Pity. Yes, it is Cinderella Makoto. Of course it is Cinderella Makoto. Well, there we go. Our look is going to change coming up with the next banners. So, Pity it is. Not even a 3-star there, so let's grab our copy of Anemone. It cost us as much as it could have cost us. Here she is. It always does feel a little bit bad, doesn't it? A bit deflating when you have to do this. But we have it nevertheless. Here she is. Now I've seen some of the teams for this battle and I'm still going to be struggling because there are a few other good light magic characters that we are still missing too. I mean, New Year Saren and the Dream Part Maho, to name 2 of them. So we have got our Anemone here. It costs us a lot. We are going to cry now. 43k left. With 3 banners to summon on in the next month. That is looking painful, actually. Very, very painful indeed. Rip 30k gems indeed. We better get Nina on a free pull, and then we might be back in business, but then we could still be struggling, I think. We're probably going to get about, I don't know, maybe, do you think we could get another 10k by the time Shinatsu's banner drops? We will see. Anyway, let's go and build our... See, she's gone from there now. We've got Tomo. We've got... Let's build our 2 new characters, I guess. And focus on the Anemone, I suppose. Suppose we've got more bonds for the other Tomo, but he's not used much at all either. So, where is she? That's probably going to give us a few more connect coins as well. We always forget to do that, don't we? So we'll do that now. Before we build it, we always forget. Can join you in skipping pre-fest. Well, it's the pre-fest are the ones that I'm least likely wanting to skip. In building, putting these in here, so we can refine another level on here. We can probably buy with connect coins. I may end up having to skip the pre-fests, but not out of choice, out of being poor. We might be able to build that one up in a little bit, actually. When we buy with connect coins another masterpiece, which we will do now before we forget. We do have enough for 1 more here. Almost got enough for 2 more. Right, whilst we're in here, where are we? Divine Amulets. Let's get some shards for Anemone as well. So we get her up to 5-star. I mean 10 more from here. Yeah, we do need 10 more from here. What we do? Max 10. Go. See, he's gone and thrown me right off now. Having to have spent all them jewels, I am now starting to think, uh-oh. All of the excitement from the stream yesterday, and well, we will be able to enjoy it. And then there's characters coming probably next month after October that I want to summon on to. This game. Anyway, we'll not worry about that right now. Where are we? What characters? And we want our Anemone. Where is she? Probably somewhere lower down at the bottom here. Let's get it up to 5 stars. Now we're going to put some EX equipment on it. How long is that going to take as well before we are ready to go with our abyss of battle? So we got Limit Breaker 2. Let's have a look at EX equipment. We've got the stories. So what does she use? Again, this piece of EX5 equipment is the one used the most. The most it is used. Does she really need it though? Because, I mean, she does do some damage on the Union base, but not. It looks like a big damage, but I don't think she's going to be doing huge damage overall. Would she be fine with one of these other pieces of equipment? These are just damage as well, aren't they, really? Hit points, magical attack, damage cut, would that suit her a little bit better? I don't know. I mean, I've got one of these for her as well. We've got one, but it's for fire. The light one we've given to Io. This is where it can take a little bit of time. So let's go and buy her another one of them. We've got a lot. We've got a lot of these. A lot of this currency. And let's roll it. See if we can be looking on these rolls instead. What do we even really want on this for Anemone though? Defense, crit, attack. I mean, that's not the best, but we don't have time to be re-rolling that right now. So let's just give it to her and take it, okay? We may come back and re-roll that in the future, but for now, it will do. So let's give that to her there. This piece of armor equipment, she can have heal bonus, defense. I don't know, we'll give her a heal bonus, I don't think. And over here, do we want to give her this one? From the I had put on there, it's defense, a bit of defense and a bit of attack. I think we'll be using her a bit more than Io. That will do for now, I suppose. Which means, before I forget, I should probably give Io equipment of her own. Because she hasn't got one now. I suppose these are more or less the same. It's just heal bonus or HP regen. We'll give her one of those. There we go. They're not even refined. So let's refine Anemone's wherever she's gone. Or the one that we have got to refine. There we go. So we can limit breaker. Let's just buy. Can you get to the? You can't get to it from here. Let's buy some more shards for her. We're not going to be stingy. We've got plenty of DAs because, well, we bumped a pity again there. We need another 30 then, I guess. That's what we need. And we can limit break here too. Where'd she gone? Have I gone past her? Have I gone past her? I've gone past her. I've turned spaghetti. Here we go. Limit break. There we go. optimize, and then we have a story. So, will you let us download and read these as well? This is obviously going to be giving some bond rankings to Previous Anemone as well, which is pretty good too. A little bit of refund on jewels as well. 60 jewels back or whatever. Well, hey! Spend 30,000 and get 60 back. As it's gone deadly silent. My internet. All I can say is my internet. Come on, we've got more bond ranks to read after this as well. Come on, Charoon. Oh, what then? Oh, spit up now. What's going on? Hey? Can we get there? This is why I don't usually do this when I'm streaming and get the bond rankings later, because it takes too long. Twin jewels! Oh, 40k. 40 megabytes. 40. Do you think? Do you think we dare? Do you think we dare? Or is it going to be a bit quicker now? 10 minutes this time. Maybe we could just set it up for the base battle teams whilst we're doing this. I think everything is already set up. We don't even have. I don't even have that background music left in here. I deleted it out of OBS last time, so we have. We don't have any. Yes, we'll be there. We'll be there in a little while. We will be there in a little while. What else can we go to whilst we were waiting for this? Very, very slow internet. We are back in the 1990s here. But I should just get some dial-up noises. Dial-up noises. Yes. Well, if I had other graphics we could look at, we could be looking at Summer Anemone kit or something whilst we were waiting for this. We're not going to do a third one, whatever. When we finally get there, we are just going to jump in and start using it. So, take this moment to maybe go and use the toilets or get yourself a drink or a snack. The programming will be resumed in a couple of minutes. Yeah, it's tanking. I'm starting to drop frames as well. This is getting bond rankings, bad idea. This is why it took me like 16 hours to download the game to the PC when I first installed it. 16 hours or more. Blooming heck. Nearly there. Just a little more. Almost there. Well done. You can do it. Gambate. Yeah, I should have said that 40k and said, nope, we're not doing that right now. We're not doing that right now. All of that for 20 jewels and 10 magical attack. Right, we're not doing this. 3. It's only 3. Okay, it's only 3. There we go. Much better. Although it's still taking an age just for 3 megabytes. Ah. Right, we're not going to do the last one. Whatever. We'll grab that one, another 50 joules, when we have finished streaming. So it's going to make a huge difference. Probably going to want clan battle equips as well. We'll just stick something on her. And then leave it for now. And hopefully we'll remember when we get to clan battle to refine them and to change them. Anyway, there we go. So, there we have it. Summer Anemone. Hello, Fox. How are you doing? Let's put her on here now as our wallpaper. It should be somewhere at the top here, Anemone. Here she is. So this is going to take 6 hours to download as well. 22 megabytes. At least we got a bit of BGM, at least whilst we're doing this. Then we will start with our Abyss battle video, I guess. No reason to hold out with that, because we'll get to use Summer Anemone in there as well, I should think, I hope. As long as we have a Dream Pack Mario to borrow, I've seen one team that we can use with this Summer Anemone. Trundling along. In fact, this is how pathetic my internet is here. When I've been walking in the countryside, in the middle of a national park, in the Peak District, on top of a mountain, I have had 5G connection on my phone and better internet connection than where I am right now. In a town. Why? Why? Everything's made so much more difficult than it needs to be. Even the summoning was. There we go, finally! This is what we wanted to see when we were summoning. But we didn't, unfortunately, get to see it. Until pity. So let's save that so we don't have to go through the all again. And now we will jump into the Abyss battle. So this is the first time I'm going to try doing this. Seeing as we are here, I've seen other people do this, recording videos whilst they're streaming live. Then I'll go and edit what I've got, stick it together, put it up as the video for Abyss battle. So I guess we will just do what I normally do when we go into Abyss battle. I will have to turn off the BGM a little bit because then I can stick my own over the top when we do the edit. But as we can see here, excuse me, we have got Abyss battle this month here for light elements. And we do have some teams that I think we are set up with that. We have got, if we can have a look here, we've got teams here for it from Warrior Chefs, and we have got some teams here from Everdaroo as well. So, let's see if we can start with the recording. So, if I can do this whilst I've got the streamer's brain on, and we know what we are doing, first thing what I'm going to have to do is just turn off a BGM. So it's all going to go a little bit deadly silent whilst we are recording. So let's go back in there and we can see if we can do our little intro then. I guess if we see it start recording on OBS, then we will have our little intro video. So let's see. Let's see how this goes, shall we? Right, we are ready. Hello everybody, it's me, Tokkuri Yashi, and we are back again today to have a look at this month's Abyss battle. And this month it is the element of light that the bosses are weak to. don't think much has changed in the Abyss battle since all of the versions that we have had before. See, there we go. Okay, we'll start recording. We can start again. We'll do it. We'll be a little bit less picky this time because we're doing this live. We get a little bit of a warm up going in there. Where is my OBS video file? Because then we can delete that one, so we know what it is. And there we go. Right, let's start again, shall we? Hello, everybody. It's Tokkuri Yashi. How is everybody doing? Today we are back again for a Abyss battle. And as we can see, this month it is the light element that the bosses are weak to. And it doesn't appear that there has been any changes to this mode yet, compared to all of the other Abyss battles that we have had so far. Let's have a quick look at the rewards again. They are looking the same as always here. Astral spheres, astral shards, even some shards for these masterpieces as well. Was I going to try and upgrade this? Did I say there was upgrading the rewards for this? 25 billion again is the amount of damage that we need to do to get the rewards here for the Princess Knight. And then there are a few DAs and these other currency medals here up to 70 billion. So there we go. We will jump into the outpost quest first. I will be back when we get to very hard outpost quest, and we will see how we can do with the outpost quests themselves. There we go, that is part one then. So I guess now you see a bit of the behind the scenes. We now have to go in and do a little bit of fighting whilst we're not recording, so we can put the BGM back on a little bit so it doesn't sound so dead. The Battle of Abyss is not bad. I did it this morning. And well, I think the teams might be a little... If you've got a lot of good light characters, it might be okay, but it is looking a little bit difficult. The outpost quest here, I don't think they're going to be too difficult. Where are we? Down here. So let's take on the first two outpost quests. So let's jump into normal. We have got our recording there. It has saved. That's going to have to do for the video. If not, this mode is, once you jump in, you can't go back. Because you can't reset and go back, so have to make sure you are happy with it. So what are we going to have here then for light? Are we going to go physical, or are we going to go magical? Or are we going to do a combination of the two? Do we want AoE? Or do we want to try and beat our way through with some big single target one at a time? Perhaps we'll try magic. We've got Kururu. We don't have Dream Park Maho, but is there a Dream Park Maho to borrow? There is one as a friend, so that one should be staying there. We have got Saren to New Year's. That is good. Probably don't need them for the first two. We'll stick Nenica in. She's pretty good for AoE. We'll put in our Summer Anemone. She should be okay on here as well. Now, who else do you think we could maybe try? There isn't a huge multiple targets. Well, it's Dream Park Mario we really want to put on here, I guess. Who we don't have to borrow. I want to borrow here straight away. So maybe we'll try. Maybe we'll try just single targeting it with big single target DPS. So for that, maybe we'll go. I don't know if they're all going to be physical opponents. We'll put in L'Ariel then. So we're thinking about this far too much. Where is she gone? Put in L'Ariel and we'll put in Astral Yui. This will probably be okay to get us through. Will it take out mode 3? That's where we might have to do a couple more takes. There we go. The first look at Summer Anemone here. I suppose you used to give it action speed too, but it's not going to stack, I don't think. So that was pretty easy. I think what we'll do for the very hard is we'll borrow a Dream Park Mile. Probably have done it with physical. I think we could have done it with physical as well. Not have to borrow. We've got plenty of good physical options. But because Anemone is a new character we have here, we're going to give her a try on this anyway. It took a little bit longer, maybe a little worried for this team. Maybe a little bit worried for this team in the very end, but we will see. If it fails, we're going to have to cut and come back. So now we're ready then to record our next section. So we'll turn the BGM off again. And jump back in. So, am I ready? Do I know what I'm saying? I don't know. Right, okay. Let's well, jump in and see how we do. Anyway, we can always do a couple of takes, I suppose. So we are back then with the very hard mode. We've got the very hard mode on the outpost quests. Let's see how we do it. I think there is several teams you could use. This is the team I used because I didn't want to borrow Dream Park Maho. We use this team to get through the hard and the very hard. The normal and the hard, sorry. So we're going to borrow Dream Park Maho for this one. I'm pretty sure we could run a few physical teams as well. We've got this Pilot Aoi, we've got Kuroche, we've got Hatsune Shiori. Pretty good for multiple targets on these light physical teams. I'm sure those would do pretty well. We'll see how this team does. AoE-ish magic. We wanted to try and use Anemone, so let's send this in and let's see how it does. Thank you for this Dream Park Maho. I mean, maybe we're going to be missing Dream Park Maho. We've got Joker on the back. I spotted Joker. Is the multiple target damage through and Dream Park Maho going to be enough here? I suppose Medica does a little bit multiple target damage as well. We seem to be blasting our way through. Yugi Yui there, who has been replaced by this Summer Anemone, seeming as the speed buffer for light magic. Going down there, not a problem at all there, pretty easy. So hopefully you can take out these outpost quests quite easily there. Dream Park Maho doing the damage. She was the MVP there. Well, for damage anyway. So there we go. Now we can get our outpost quests tickets here, the boss tickets, and take on the bosses. So we will be back then when we get to very hard level on all three of the bosses, and we will have a look at some of the teams, the best teams to take on these bosses with. There we go. That's going to have to do. That is going to have to do, because like I said, we can't go back and do another take. So let's put the BGM back on then, whilst we do a little bit of testing. We get our get ready for the next section of the video, and we do a little bit of testing. We're going to have to do a bit of testing of teams, make sure they can work, see which ones we can run. So first of all, I suppose we need to get our outpost quests tickets here, the boss tickets, hunting tickets, whatever they are called. And I suppose it is wise, as we go through, to keep jumping back in here and putting in all of our currency in here. Now it seems it's light. I guess this is the one that we want to be trying to get to first. So we'll run up this side of this elemental skill tree, aiming to get that. And then I suppose for this base battle at least, until we get that hit points, it's not really going to do us a huge amount of good. So let's take out the bosses then, so we can get to the very hard mode, and then we can start doing our recordings for very hard mode. So we've got these teams here. Look at this one. These are the teams. It looks like it's physical. This is where we're going to miss having the Summer Sheffy. I think the best team that I can build here is if we can, well, we can't even do this 349 million damage one because we would need to borrow Samugi and Sheffy. I wonder if June would work as the tank for that team. Maybe it would not be too much of an issue. So let's jump in then. Just get to the let's have a quick look at that. Just get to the very hard on here. We could always run one of the teams at the bottom. One with Monica in. Magical Girl Monica might be an option. But how about we see if we can put in Little Lyrical Aoi and Labarista. We do have them. Pilot Aoi and Labarista. We will put in June for now and see if we've got a Samugi to borrow. Now if we don't have a Samugi, that plan goes out the window. There is one here. So I suppose it'll be alright for now. Let's see. Pretty sure this will just take out this base level here without too much trouble. If not, we'll have to be quick and ready to jump back out again so we don't waste. So we don't waste 100 hour hunting tickets. It looks like we're doing okay. Maybe they're a little bit too loud. Should have checked my levels a bit. But there we go. More rewards there. So maybe this team will take out hard as well. Do we have a Sheffy to borrow? That might be even more important. We do have a Sheffy as well, so we could put in. We could borrow a Sheffy too, if we so needed to. Perhaps, like I said, perhaps we could run that team with Sheffy and then Monica in it. So if we take out, we borrowed a Sheffy, Summer Sheffy there. We put in our Magical Girl Monica. We'll see how this team does against this second mode here. Ready to jump back out again if we need to do so. Looks like we are okay with this actually. It doesn't look like there's too much of a trouble not seen there. So there we go, pretty good. So now we are ready for a bit of testing. So now what we do, before we run in and run this for real, we can do a bit of testing. So first of all, we can see what this team can do. If this team can one-pan it, if that will be enough. Goody-do! Yes, Goody-do, waiting for it to come up. So let's send this in on training. Let's see if this will be enough to one-pan our Jackal Thief. Or we're going to have to try running one of the higher teams. So we have a few other options. We can maybe try, if this is not going to one-pan Jackal Thief, but it should be able to claim to do over 300 million damage, so we should be okay with that. Well, maybe not, because we are dying, so something is not working too well there. That means maybe then we're going to have to try one of the other teams. Which means, I guess the best one that we can build means we need to use the Overload Labarista. Overload Labarista instead of Monica. How well is she built for me then? I don't think she's built very well. She's only at 3-star, and has she even got any EX equipment on her? She does, but it's not refined very well. Let's see how this does And our Summer Chefy has disappeared. So we have to reset. Jump in and back out and reset the friends units. She's probably not going to work very well at 3-star, but we'll give it a try. Otherwise, we might be in a little bit of trouble here. Is she back? Is she back? And there we go, she's back. Right. It didn't say to any of them to set or unset any of them, did it? It did. It said unset Chefy. There we go. He was not paying attention. We'll try this, and then if it not work, we can go back to Monica and see if it'll work with unsetting Chefy. Because our little eyes could not see that. Is the 3-star fully equipped Overload Laborista enough to get the job done? Let's see, shall we? Let's see. Well, it seems to be doing a little bit better, but it's probably because we unset Chefy instead of letting it run without it being unset. I think this should do it. This should one pan. This should one pan. Not too much of a problem. Although time is running a little short. Yeah, there we go. That team can one pan it. So we are good. We have a team we can use for the video. At 3-star as well. So that was close. Damage report there. Yes. Okay. So let's run that one again as a test before we go in. Put Magical Girl Monica back in and unset and see if it actually works. So, Magical Girl Monica, and we'll borrow our Chefy if she's still around. There she is. And this time remember to unset her. See if the same thing happens this time. When everybody dies, or if we are good to go. And then there's one more test I think I would like to do after this, before we move on, and that is run one of the higher teams, but put in June, Xmas June, instead of Chefy. Well, it's one of the teams where we need to borrow 2. We can try that, I suppose, and see what happens. We're taking a bit of damage here, we're getting a little bit low. That was a little bit close, that was. We're not doing as much damage, are we? We're still not doing as much damage. Is the Overload Laborista really that much of a better option? Checking we're in training, make sure we're in training. 8 seconds. Well, it did it, but it was close. I think I'm going to use Overload Laborista. Probably going to go and build her, put some more stuff on her, and we will use her instead. So, well, one last test before we move on to the next fight. And that is, which team can we do? It's going to have to be this one, which is more or less what we've got now. We'll borrow a Samugi, and we'll put a tank June in. So, we will see how it goes. So you are not there. And Monica, not needed for this run. We'll put in June as a surrogate for the Summit Chefy. And if there is a Samugi, a GG and a Samugi still, we will borrow her. Now, I didn't say any of these were set or unset, and it might not work because it's a different team. This one had Samugi unset. So do we unset here as well? I suppose we should, just to be a complete direct comparison. So let's see how this does. Can it win if we do not have a Summer Chefy and we need to borrow another character? Otherwise, we're going to be going with Overload Laborista team. see how a 10-minute video could take so long to record in the background because there's all this testing to do for preparation and everything. So there's quite a bit that goes into it. I suspect, however, that this team is not going to work, and we really do see the benefits of the Summer Sheffy. Because yes, it is not working too well. So I think I know what team we're going to be using, which means we need to put some better equipment on. Yeah, now we've lost the lyrical. This isn't working at all. So test done. Results noted. June could not take that space right there. So we will go with the Overload Labarista team. Let's just have a look at it on here. Not that labby. This one. Her bond stories are done as they should be. She has a unique equipment on here, but only at level 30. Maybe we should start grinding out a few more of hair shards as well. I've picked a few other free-to-play characters too to level up, but does she want that equip? I mean, it's not a clan equip. None of these are clan equips. Whatever, they will do. Let's just uncap them and refine them. That'll do, I suppose, for this run. If you put these on it, bricks. At least we can take them back off again, I suppose. So refine this and refine this. And at 3-star, it looks like she can work. Yes, uncap. It looks like she can work pretty well. There wasn't any other teams on Worry, was there, for that we could have built that we didn't. There's one there with Mawimi in it, but again we need Sheffy and Samugi. So I guess that team there with Olabarista is probably the best one that I can build. Now there's some Vegeta in here at the bottom too. So let's go into Biff Battle again, and let's move on and we'll just take out the second boss. Obsidian Gargon is his name, is it not? Obsidian Wyvern. Obsidian Wyvern. So what teams do we have for this one? So we're going to have to move this up. Now for this is where we're going magic, and this is where we can potentially use Anemone. Summer Anemone, and we can see here, Summer Anemone is being used on physical team. So we can build that physical team, but we can also build the magic team if we borrow the Maho. Hello, Franco! It's me, Franco! How are you doing? Hey, nice to see you here. We've done our summons and we are now going through Abyss Battle, and we will be recording sections for the Abyss Battle video as we go along. We are just doing a bit of testing at the moment before we are ready to record. So I think for the first two, so we don't have to borrow the Maho, we can do it. We'll use this physical team with an Anemone on it. So we want Kuroche, Pilot Aoi, Ameth, and we want Hatsune Shiori. My mind is going to forget that already. So Hatsune Shiori, Pilot Aoi, Anemone, Kuroche, and so Anemone, you is an expensive girl. Did he say any of them was to be set or unset? Just for reference, Anemone unset on this team, although I don't suppose we need to do that. Oh, this is train. We don't want to go into train on this. We want to go into a real fight on this. We want to go into the real fight on this one. There we go. We are using tickets. So as we can see, even on a physical team, we are able to utilize this Summer Anemone pretty well. It's been our multiple target boss, this Abyss Battle. There we go. Blasted him out of the water there. Again, Pilot Aoi being, I would say, the most valuable physical light character we had recently, being good on both multiple target and single target fights. We was using her against the Jackal, and now we're using her again here against this Wyvern. So we'll jump in again, same team. Sure, we can take him out with this. Then we'll do a bit of testing on the very hard. This is always supposed to be on setting an anemone. Let's see how it does. Probably for the very hard fights. We will use the magical one in the video, but I will say that we used this one as well. It did work pretty well. So we don't have to mess about with sets. We'll just reset them all again here. So it's going to be set and ready for me to jump back in nice and easy. Nice and easy! Right, so now we can do a little bit of testing on very hard. So first of all then, I guess we should send in this team and see how it does. Now, what is the damage that's claimed to do? 443 million. So this shouldn't take too long. We are on training mode, thank goodness. And we unset Anemone here, because this is the real deal, this. So, can we do it with like 30 seconds to go, or what? Probably this is one of the teams I'll be using to skip with when we've beaten the extreme modes, if it is the highest damaging team we can do, or the magical team as well. We have got Dream Pack Maho to borrow, so we'll borrow that and we'll see how that one goes. Kruchi managing to tank it. Nice to see she can tank it here. Not using Krigita. She would have been another choice, perhaps. Krigita and Labarista if we didn't have this anemone for this team. Do they feature in any of this? Let's have a look if they feature in any of the other suggested teams. Well, we didn't do it with 30 seconds to go, but we did do it with about 20 seconds left to go. There we go. So this team can one-pan it. There is a bit more damage in 20 seconds. That's 20 seconds. You usually do quite a lot of extra damage. Characters all ramped up, built up, got their buffs. So yes, on the extreme mode, that team will do pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Anemone's damage, well, she doesn't do damage, so maybe we don't need to give her damage on her unique equipments, or EX equipment, sorry. Good damage there, Hatsune and Koroche. So let's just do this fight once more. We'll train, but this time we're going with that magic team. Now that magic team then, Kururu, Nenika, Ameth can stay. Kururu, Nenika and Ameth can stay. And then we need to borrow Dream Pack Maho. Now I've seen for this team, Nenika might end up getting splatted. He says to take off her EX equipment if that does happen. So we will see. Let's get in our Maho. Did we have anyone set or unset on this one? All set, it says. So we are set. Let's see how this team can do in training then. Whoa, 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 all sets. Aye. And they didn't have any fire off that Union base without being set. Is that going to mess this up a little bit? We will not know. Anyway, we'll leave it as it is. Let's see if Nenika does actually tank, like it says sometimes can maybe happen on this one. Thing is, this fight will happen, might happen. I don't see how taking off a unique equipment, EX equipment, sorry, would help with that, but I guess that is what is suggested. We have 20 seconds left to go with that physical team, so can this team be any quicker? With a higher damage claimed is suggesting that that was going to be the answer, that it can. Yeah, 27 seconds left. So yes, definitely a better option then is this team here. So that is the team we're going to be running. Damage for that, yes, got Dream Back Mile on top. So what I'm going to quickly do, so we are set to record, is I'm going to put the physical team back in, which was, if my memory can serve me right, oh, my memory can't save me right, I'm going to have to check. Hatsune and Shiori, that's who we forgot. How can we forget them? There we go, that is the team, and we'll send it, we'll come back out, then it'll be ready for recording. There we go. Right, let's jump then on to the final boss. I don't like how it comes and you have to click out twice. So the final boss then. What did we have any other teams for Worry Chefs for this one that we maybe didn't use? They still have that one up at top that we used. Only them teams, those 3 teams here on Worry Chefs. So I think we have that one covered. So here we go. Clicking is difficult. It is difficult. We get the wrong thing. Right, here we go then. Final boss here. Again, we are doing magic here. Hey, Massimo! In the meantime, I tried to search for Anemone, and I also researched the top. Goodbye, 30k jewels. Oh, reached the top. I can't see, read. Reached the top, 30k jewels. But the specification speaks well for it. Well, yes, another spark. Hopefully that's not going to mess you up in the future, but she is a pretty crucial character, and as we can see here, used a lot here in this Abyss battle this month. Pretty sure she's going to use a lot in Clown Battle. We were going to see her off Element 2. That'll be something we can see in the not too distant future. So for this, we're going to have to go for second team on here, the one with Lariel in it, because I can't borrow both Dream Park Maho and the New Year's Siren. But I have noticed that there is a team here with, yeah, right at the top now, with the Astral Yui in it. 348 is claimed when this one here with Lariel is claiming 395. So I guess, no, I thought their Lariel team, where's their Lariel team? 324 million, it's claiming less damage. We're going to have to test, we'll test both of them because they're the only ones that we can build. And we'll see which one is best, Lariel or Astral Yui. But first, we have to get there. So, let's build the team we have. What was the team again? My poor little brain cannot remember. What is the team? It is Kururu, Anemone, Lariel, and the New Year's Hatsune. So, there's Hatsune, Kururu, Anemone, and we need to borrow Dream Park Maho. Again, is this a multiple target boss? Or is it single target boss? I thought it was a single target boss, so we're using these in here. Did we have sets or unsets? We have all sets for this. What about the Yui team? The Yui team is saying we unset Dream Park Maho, so not for this team, so we'll get to very hard first. We don't actually need to, we don't really need to borrow here, do we? Not that it really makes any difference. Let's run it. Hopefully it's worth it, but being an Anemone fan, it was a necessary sacrifice, yes. That's what we're going to have a look. That's it, as a necessary sacrifice. They demanded the highest price. Hopefully then, like I said, free pulls will come in clutch and can save us a bit of pain coming up. So for the hard, I'm pretty sure we don't need to borrow Dream Park Maho. We can stick in Yui or somebody else. just to get through to the very hard fight. Yes, single target, so using Karuru and Dream Park Mao is a little bit of a strange idea. We would have thought, well, Saren was better. New Year's Saren looked like she was better. So, well no, it wasn't Dream Park Mao that was switched, it was Lariel. So anyway, let's test these two teams that we can build and see which one is the better. And then we can go back and we can do our recordings and then we can get that video up and done. So very hard. We can borrow Dream Park Maho like so, and it was all set for this team here when we can get there right. So let's jump in and train. We do want train. Good, we're on training. Let's see how this team does, and then we'll swap Lariel for Astral Ewing and see which one is better. And then we will be ready to do our recordings. I am quite confident that both these teams will one-pan this very hard mode, but which will do it quicker? Which will give us least stress? I do have my unique equipment on Karuru, right? It doesn't look like I do. Why does it not say it has a unique equipment on her? Let me just check that, shall we? It will win anyway, good damage, but why is it not showing the icon for the unique equipment for Karuru? Am I being silly here? Like I can be. I thought I put it on her. It's not on her. Why is it not on her? Now it is. We used her in the other fight as well without it on. Holy moly. Right. Stop being a silly. This gives her hit points. She's a tank. She needs it. And TP boost. So I think using one of these spheres is not a bad idea. I did have quite a few. Up to level 240. How many? Got 28 shards for her as well. We could level it up a bit more. She is limit broken. There's no other use for them shards. So we get up to 290 then with those shards. What a silly sausage! Good job I noticed that actually. There we go. Right, let's jump back in then, shall we? We're going to have to run that again, so it is fair. We're going to have to run that again, so it is fair. So, let's keep an eye out how long this takes. Let's keep an eye out how long this takes. Now she has a unique equipment on her. We haven't messed up with anyone else, have we? Aye. This should do much better. This should do much better now. Much better. Right, so coming to the end of this fight, let's keep an eye on the timer. 23 seconds left with this team, with the unique equipment on Karuru. So now let's put in Astral Yui instead. Let's put in Astral Yui instead. And run it again, see if we can beat 23 seconds. To see who is the best. Out of the two options we have there. And there's the Mao again. Now, did this one have... it was Worry Chef's one, wasn't it? That one here with Astral Yui, it did say to unset Maho. So, let's unset Maho like it says and see if we can do it faster than 23 seconds. I think we're probably going to be using Lariel, but let's just give it a try anyway. See how we do this time. Poor Yui, going Yui now with this Summer Anemone. A lot of hair, light characters that are not probably going to be used anywhere near as much. Something which we will point out very soon when we do our recordings. There is one team that is identical apart from one of them's running the New Year's Yui and the other one's running this Summer Anemone, and the damage difference is huge. It is absolutely huge. That just shows, at least in this fight, how much better the Summer Anemone is. So what are it, 23 seconds? With Yui there. Looks like it's going to take a bit longer with you. I think Lariel was the better option, although this team can. Yeah, this team is a little bit slower, but it's still going to do it. So Lariel is the way to go, I guess. Full sets. Not a problem there. Yui doing quite a bit of damage on this run. So let's set up ready for recording. We will put Lariel back in. We'll just send it like this. We're going to have to borrow anyway. Set and jump back out. Right, I just need to go for a quick break. I will be back in 2 seconds, everybody, and then we will get on with recording the final part of this Abyss Battle video. Okay, so I'm back. That didn't take long at all. Right, so where are we? Where are we indeed? So we have taken on there. We are ready to do our next part of recordings. We have got everything ready. We have got the teams here. So I guess for first we're going to do it in order. So that means we need to get back down to Jackal teams here. We can see all the teams here on this one, so that's... Can't really see the damage that they're doing. Which is the better teams here? Oh, Worry Chefs. There are a few different ones. Anyway, let's see how this goes then. If we can train our brain to keep calm. So we're going to turn the BGM back off again so we can put my own on over the recordings, and let's jump back into a Abyss battle here. So, are we ready? Are we ready? I think we are ready, right, okay. Right. And action, I guess. And action. What do we even say? We've done that. So, So we have got our hunting tickets and we are ready to take on the bosses. And the first boss that we have this month is the Jackal Thief, the stabby Jackal Thief. So again, we will have a look at some of the best teams we are going to be able to use to take on these bosses. We have got these teams here from Worry Chefs, and we have got some teams here from Ereru, who is a JP Precon content creator. So as we can see here, for the Jackal, it looks like we are going with physical teams. This might be difficult for a few people to build, seeing as we have got a rower in here, finally being used. We've got the GOG Henna Samugi, we've got Pilot Aoi, we have got the Summer Sheffy too. 4 very recent characters that a lot of us might have skipped, so that we've got duels for what is coming up now at the half anniversary. 405 million damage though is the highest claimed there for that top team. We only need to do 300 million to £1 this very hard mode, 334 million to £3 the extreme mode. So a few of these teams can do pretty well there. One team right at the bottom there with the Xmas June. If you have to do that, although it does fall a little short on damage. Do we have anything different over here on Worry Chefs? There are a few other teams here. I think we're going to go with this one with the Overload Labarista on it. We're going to have to borrow a Summer Sheffy. So let's jump back in the game. See if we have the to find which way it's going. We had the team. We tested June. It didn't work too well. So we need to put in Overload Labarista. Mine is not built very highly at all. If we can find her, she's only 3-star. She does have some equipment, and then we need to borrow a Summer Sheffy. Hopefully she is here. This, there she is indeed. That is the team that we need to run. The team here with over the packet 331 million. That is what is claimed for this team. And we need to unset Sheffy, I believe, for that one. Let's just make sure that is right. Yes, unsetting Sheffy. Otherwise, we may end up with a bit of a disaster. So, let's send in this team. We've upgraded the equipment there for our Overload Labarista. She's still only at 3-star, but I think this still might be able to work. Thank you for allowing us to borrow your Summer Sheffy there. And let's unset her. Let's see how this does. This being, well, light physical has become a very difficult build at the moment. Hopefully you have all been able to at least have some of the characters to run these teams. Pilot Aoi in particular, I think, was probably the highest priority out of the newer ones. Maybe you could argue that it was the Summer Sheffy, because she's pretty good. The Pilot Aoi is pretty good on single target and multiple target teams. As you will see later, she's used for multi-target bosses as well. This team should be able to one-pan this mode. Hopefully we will get there. Let's see how it does. 20 seconds left to go. It's looking pretty good as long as we have a bit of a mishap. Getting close to the timer there. 7 seconds to go, and the Thief Jackal is apprehended. You are going into the slammer, you criminal scum. was that uncalled for? I don't know. Anyway, there are our rewards for beating the very hard mode there. Let's have a quick look at the damage. Little Lyrical Trio doing most damage there. So hopefully you can build a team then for this Jackal Thief, unlocking the extreme there. So let's jump over then and have a look at the second boss that we have this month. Yay! Successful recording, I hope. So happy it's all saved there on the computer for later. So let's set up then. One thing we haven't done, which we should do, which will give us an even better score, use these. Make sure you use these as you are getting them. And magical crit might help us as the next 2 teams are magical. So let's unlock that one as well. It says we can have another one of these as well. So we'll grab it. We haven't got many Royal Master tickets, I don't think. I don't think there's much point in going into there. So, right, let's get ready to record for the second boss. So it's up, it's ready. What team do we have when we go in? Is that the team we are running? Let's have a little look, shall we? We need to get this up to the Obsidian Wyvern, and we are going to run... No, we're going to run the magical team, aren't we? But I wanted to keep that team there so we could just mention it. So that means I need to remember what this team is so I don't forget them like a nincompoop. So maybe we should write that down just somewhere on a notepad because my brain is going to forget. So we want Kururu, Kururu, if I can type it right, Kururu, and we want Anemone can stay, so can Ameth, and then we want Nenica, and we want to borrow the DP Maho. Do Maho, not DP Maho. Right, so hopefully we can remember that. There we go. So we're keeping those two, and that is that. Right, okay. So we have our teams up and ready to go. I guess that means we are ready to record. So, action, everybody. Okay, so let's take a look then at our second boss of this month, which is Obsidian Wyvern. So again, let's go look over at some of the teams. And the Everloo teams, we have got, well, a combination of physical and magical teams. There are options for physical and magical teams here. The two top ones, we've got a top physical team and we've got a top magical team. And the thing to note with the top physical team here is we have got the new Summer Anemone being used in that on a physical team. Here being a magical character, buffing magical attack and crit damage, etc., etc. Still being used pretty effectively here on a physical team. 443 million damage for that team. 533 million damage for the magical team above it. If you can run those, pretty good, easily capable of doing the job, one panning this very hard mode, and well, the top team could two pan the extreme mode. A few other teams down below, if you've got the Summit Sheffy, we've even got the New Year's Kokoro in there, one of those teams. Have we got anything different here for Worry Chefs? Same three teams here. So let's jump in then. We did do a little bit of testing first with this physical team. This physical team was very capable, but because we can borrow Dream Pack Maho, we are going to go in running the magical team at the top. I think that's pretty well. We could put in Karuru, we could put in Nenica. Where is she? And we can borrow Dream Pack Maho. Hopefully she is here. Yes, we have got one just here. Now this team was full set. Let's just check that it was full set. Yes, full set. So let's send it and see how it does. Again, thank you for the Dream Pack Maho. Dream Pack Maho and the New Year's Siren will be probably missed. Now we've got this Summer Anemone on the team. Very, very good option here for the light magical team. Even a really good option for light physical as well. He's Refresh Laborista going to have a bit of a rest. It's pretty obvious that the New Year's Yui and the 6-star Yui, both wear 200 times speed buffers, are pretty redundant, I guess. There are some teams for him as well. These fights, well, when we finish this, we'll go back and have a look and just check. There was a team, this team run, but swapping Anemone for the New Year's Yui, and you can see the difference in damage. If it's not this team, this fight is the next fight, and we'll mention it in the next fight when we get there. But as we can see here, absolutely obliterating this Obsidian Wyvern with this team. Huge amounts of damage you can do with this. Hopefully you can build a team for Obsidian Wyvern, one of these top teams as well, to get some pretty good rewards. So let's have a look at the damage. Dream Pack Maho doing most damage, this being the multiple target opponent, but as we will see with the next boss, they can work pretty well on single target as well. So there we go, extreme unlocks. Let's just check. Was this? Yes, we can see There is some teams here with the New Year's UE, but it's not the exact same one. I'm guessing then that must be boss number 3. So let's jump over to boss number 3 then. And see how we can do against him. Ta-da! There we go. Right. A little bit. We're doing one take. We're doing one take. Anyway, I suppose that is acceptable. So let's move on then to boss number 3. We need to set the imagery so we can see it here. Yes, this is the one here. We can see the top team that has got Dream Park Maho and the New Year's Siren, and the bottom team here, all they've done is they've swapped Anemone for the New Year's UE, and the damage difference is huge. So we will mention it here. This is going to be a bit of a scuffed video because we're trying to do it live. I don't know. And teams on Worry Chef, they are all in, are they not, on the screen? Yep, they are all in on the screen, and there isn't that many of them in here. We'll just have a quick glance over them. So I guess we're ready. Is it Sea Drake, this guy's name? It is Sea Drake. So, what team are we going in with Sea Drake for? Are we ready to go? We just need to borrow Maho, don't we? We need to borrow Maho. So it's that Maho team that we're using for Sea Drake. The one at the, well, not quite at the top, but yeah, we just need to borrow the Dream Park Maho again for this fight. Right, okay, I guess. Action! We are ready to record then, I guess. We are ready to record. Dream, click aboard! So it is time then to have a look at our final boss this month in Abyss Battle, and it is the Sea Drake. So let's jump over again first and have a look at some of the teams for the Sea Drake. And as we can see here, magic, like magic again, 423 million for this top team here. And again, we are using the new Summer Anemone. This is why I did my summons first, before we ran and recorded this video for the Abyss Battle. She's used quite a bit in it. Well, it's different to when Canon released. Was it last month or the month before? With the Fire Abyss Battle, she wasn't used quite so much in the Abyss Battle, so you didn't have to rush to summon. For this one, you're probably going to want to rush to summon for Anemone so you can run some of these teams. There is physical options here as well, and this is the team, like I said, that I was going to mention down here, 343 million with the New Year's UE in it. The only difference between that team and the top team here is the New Year's UE has been swapped for this brand new Summer Anemone, and the damage is huge. The difference, about 800,000 damage difference between the two teams, just swapping in the Summer Anemone over the New Year's UE. So a quick look then at the Worry Chef teams. I think they're all about the same then. There isn't anything really different that jumps out there. So let's jump in then to Sea Drake. We're going to take it on with the, well, it's not the top team. We can't borrow Dream Park Maho and the New Year's Siren at the same time. So we will be back when we're going to jump in and reset. We'll be back in a second. There we go. We don't have our Dream Park Maho there, so we're going to have to jump in and back out again to reset. See if we get our Dream Park Maho back. Is she here? Oh, we're going to have to do it again. We might have to do it again. She has disappeared. Right. Yay, she is back. Right, we're back. We get to reset a few times. We have now got our Dream Park Maho back here. This was a full set, I believe. Just check. Just check. Yep, all sets, all ready to go. So let's send in the team. this should be pretty easy one panel here on this very hard mode. Using the new Summer Anemone again. Now what is also a little bit strange is Batman and Karuru, multiple targets, characters still very good here on this single target boss being the top options again, so could be a little bit difficult if you don't have Dream Pack Mao and the Summer Anemone like me. You need to grab one or the other. But hopefully you can build a team like this. And as we saw, the huge extra damage that we get running Summer Anemone over the New Year's Yui, who was, I suppose, the oldest of the 200% speed buffers. So it was Light Magic was about due a new one, but there we go, completely obliterated. 21 seconds to go. We got 21 seconds to go. Yay, we're back with the So Solid crew. Yeah, that's what's throwing me off now. We're back with the So Solid crew. We're 21 seconds to go. What were we saying? So it was about due a new speed buffer for the light physical team. The light magical team, sorry, with this Anemone, who has done pretty good there. Damage isn't the biggest, but everything else she does is huge. So there we go. That is the 3 bosses this month for the Light Abyss battle. Hopefully you can build teams for all 3 of them and get all of the rewards from this mode. Still very good indeed. So there we go. I'm Tokkuri Yashi. Let me know how you did, and I will see you all again for another video. Bye 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 bye. Hey! Think we have it. I think that is a wrap. That will have to do, even though it was a little bit scuffed there. Let's just check. We have got files in my OBS file video on my computer. So now we need to go and edit them and upload that video, thumbnail, edit, put on some BGM, make sure everything fits okay. So there we go. We will leave the stream here for today. That was summoning for the Summer Anemone here. They could have done a little bit better, but we will be doing some good luck for the pre-fest banners then, I guess, and our free pulls. Hopefully that is not going to bite us in the butt come September. Anyway, there we go. Abyss Battle live recording. Will I do any more live recordings of videos? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Hopefully you enjoyed watching that then. So I will say thank you for watching, everybody. Goodbye, and look out for that video coming up in the next couple of hours. Bye everybody, bye bye bye. Hey, where's my buttons? I need my buttons. Where is it? There we go. See you everybody. Bye bye bye.